What's cracking YouTube? Jamil Damji here, and in this video, we're gonna talk about the 10 lies that wholesalers tell people that they really shouldn't. Watch till the end, because you don't want to be a liar. All right, YouTube, so come on now. Why is the wholesale industry under so much fire? You want to know why it's under so much fire? Because we as a group, we as a business model, we as a community have told so many lies. That's one of the things that I have been trying to do over the last decade that I've been in the United States wholesaling. Also, I've been wholesaling for over 20 years. But in the last decade, at least in the United States, one of the things that I've been talking about more than anything else has been the transparency, the honor, the reality, the truth that should be in this business model. The fact that we are under so much regulation, that we are under so much pressure is a result of the lies. All of the lies that wholesalers tell, and in this video, we're gonna talk about those lies. So let's start. Lie number one, I'm the buyer. Okay, so let's talk about this for a moment. You've probably watched a YouTube video. You probably heard from some Lamborghini bikini guru out there that you should pretend to be the buyer when you are talking to either a homeowner or a real estate agent. Now again, guys, I'm not telling you that you shouldn't be a real estate investor and that if you are an actual buyer, that you should lie and pretend that you're not. However, if this is your first deal, if you are just getting into real estate investing, if you are just starting as a wholesaler, pretending, promising, lying, saying that you are a buyer for a deal when you are not the buyer for the deal does nothing to help you. In fact, it will cause you so many problems while you're in your escrow. It will create a tremendous amount of friction for you in creating a long-term relationship if you're working with a real estate agent, and it's just not true. So if your only goal is to wholesale the property, then friend, you are not the buyer. You are a connector, you are gonna bring the buyer, but you are not the buyer. So why pretend to be the buyer? The reality is I, as a real estate investor, can actually close on properties. So I am the buyer. And if you are that type of person, then by all means, say you're the buyer because you could be the buyer. But if there is no financial way that you could actually close on the property, then saying you are the buyer is a flat out lie. And nothing that is good will ever come from a lie. So why start a relationship on a lie? Why not just start it with the truth? To say, hey, I'm not gonna be the buyer for this, but I could bring an investor that would gladly take this property, and a real estate agent or a seller would just as well receive that as they would you being the buyer. So again, it's all about semantics. It's all about being able to communicate effectively and to tell people what is actually going on. If you're not the buyer, if you don't have the capacity to close, then claiming you are the buyer is fraud. If you can bring a buyer, then just say, I have partners, I have people, I can bring people to the transaction that can close the deal. The reality is you have to share that with other people. So if you're not the buyer, don't claim to be the buyer. Lie number two, I'm not a wholesaler. Do you want to know how infuriating that is to a seller or a real estate agent when you claim to them that you're not a wholesaler, but when the deal closes, they see the assignments, they see the double close, they see the fact that you wholesaled the property, and you lose trust. Friends, this is how you take a relationship from being an actual relationship to transactional. This is how you lose face. This is how you guarantee that you will never do another deal with this person because you started the relationship on fiction. And the reality is if you are a wholesaler, wear the badge proudly. We offer so much value to the market. We offer so much value to real estate agents. We offer so much value to sellers. We offer so much value to buyers. We offer so much value to the entire marketplace. So pretending to not be what you are is out of integrity. You should be proud. That energy should follow you, and that enthusiasm should also follow you as well. So if you're a wholesaler, friend, wear that badge proudly. Tell people that you are a wholesaler, you've wholesaled before. I mean, I'm not only a wholesaler, I'm also a fix and flipper, a buy and hold investor, a property developer. I don't know my exit strategy. I could choose a tremendous amount of exit strategies depending on what the property actually wants to have happen to it. So again, if you are a wholesaler and that's your only trick, just be honest. Just tell people, I'm a wholesaler. At the end of the day, people are going to respect the honesty, and you want respect way more than you want a deal. Number three, lying to sellers about property value and pretending that your underwriter needs to give you a better number. People know you don't have an underwriting department. People know that you don't have all these fictitious departments in your company, especially when you show up in your 1995 Honda Accord at a property to put it under contract contract, and all of a sudden you have this
underwriting department.
like you are a part of this massive organization that has all of these people that are supporting you. You want to know the reality? If you walk into a homeowner's house and you're a good human and you connect, you build rapport, you make them trust you. It doesn't matter how many people you employ. It doesn't matter how many deals you've done. It doesn't matter if you have an underwriter on staff. I'm one of the largest wholesalers in the country. I have one of the largest operations that exists. I've got hundreds of people that work for me. I don't think that's cool. I'm not going to walk into a homeowner's home and say, do you want to know how many houses I have wholesaled? Do you want to know how many houses I bought? Do you want to know how many people I employ? Do you want to know how cool and important I am? Nobody cares about your underwriting department. They care about what you're bringing to the table. So why not bring honesty to the table? Why not bring integrity to the table? Why not bring rapport building to the table? Why not bring communication skills to the table instead of fiction? Number 4, my contractor needs to walk the property. All right, so I get it. We get a deal under contract and you need to send buyers through. And so we make up these reasons why people need to access the property. Now, the reality is maybe it is a contractor walking in. I'm okay with you saying to somebody, hey, a contractor needs to walk the house. But when you pretend like it's your contractor, there's a problem there. You can very well be honest and say a contractor, a vendor, a carpet guy needs to walk the property. All of those things are true. Even if it's a buyer that needs to walk the property. I have a funding partner. I have a potential buyer for the deal. I have a potential investor that wants to walk the property. The reality is we can be honest. We can say what it really is. But when we make up a fiction like my contractor needs to walk the property, well, what happens when an interaction goes down between a buyer and a seller and they think that's a contractor? And they say, no, I'm here to buy the home. I'm here to take a look at it to see if this is a house that I'd like to buy. Now, all of a sudden, you look like a liar. And maybe your seller doesn't trust you anymore. Or even maybe the agent that you're dealing with doesn't trust you either. And you're wondering why agents don't want to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 deals with you. It's because you lost trust. So sometimes it's just semantics. Sometimes it's just saying the thing, being honest, telling the truth. Where did that go? Number 5, this is really my proof of funds. Guys, you want to know why I'm even bringing this up? Because as a lender, I have been a lender and a provider of proof of funds for wholesalers for years. And why did I stop actually doing it? You want to know why I stopped helping wholesalers with the proof of funds? Because people were photoshopping my proof of funds. People were altering my documents. People were willfully committing fraud. People who I thought were my friends, people who I mentored, were willfully photoshopping my document so that they could pretend like they had the money available. That is not okay. It's not okay to Photoshop a document. So if you're in Photoshop right now as a wholesaler altering something, stop. Because friend, that is fraud. And you can get arrested for that. And you can go to prison for that. Why do it? Why not just go to a hard money lender and get a pre-qual? I have a video that I made on YouTube that you can click. Maybe it's up here and maybe it's somewhere down there. Look for it. It's called Jamil Damji Proof of Funds. And you will find a hard money lender in that video who will actually give you a legitimate proof of funds so that you don't have to commit actual fraud to get an offer accepted. How's that, right? Let's not pretend that a proof of funds is ours. Just go, make the connection, talk to the hard money lender, and get your own proof of funds. It's not that hard. And you definitely shouldn't be photoshopping, and you definitely shouldn't be pretending that you have cash that you don't have access to. Number 6, the ARV is real. Now, you know who I'm talking to. How many times have you overestimated an ARV? How many times have you not learned the rules about comping and pretended that something was worth what it wasn't? Nobody's buying your BS. Learn how to comp. I've got 100 videos on my channel called Straight Outta Comping that'll teach you how to comp houses, that will show you exactly how to get your ARVs. Why are you guessing? Why are you pretending? Why are you inventing? Why are you lying? Stop. Just learn how to comp. Elevate the business. Elevate the game. Elevate yourself. It takes no time to learn how to do these things, yet still we think it's okay to just make it up. Well, your buyers don't think it's okay, and they're not going to be okay with trusting you and then finding out that you fed them a bag of BS. So again, learn how to comp. If you want to have access to my appraisal rules so that you're a better comper, in the description there will be a PDF that you can click that will give you my appraisal rules so that you can be a better valuer of property. Stop lying on the ARVs. Nobody is buying it. Number 7, the repair estimate is 5 to 10 grand. Now, some of you are giggling right now because you've done it, and you've probably come across real estate agents who have said the same thing. Oh, it only needs 5 to 10K in repairs. What do you get for 5 to 10K in 2025? I can't even paint a house. I can't change floor. I can't do anything for 5 to 10K. 5 to 10K will give me nothing. So even saying numbers like that is BS. 10 to 20K isn't gonna get me anything. In fact, if I have the most lipstick renovation, I'm at a minimum of $50,000. $50,000 in today's market. Now, if you're one of those wholesalers right now that is out there telling people that you got $30,000 renovations, stop it. It's not true and it's not real. And your buyers aren't buying it. Find it out. Figure out, what do repairs actually cost in my world? Now, if you want to get an actual repair estimate for a deal that you have under contract, again, in the description will be a link to Quick Flip Construction. They will gladly give you a free repair estimate on any of your wholesale deals. They work with me exclusively. They know that I'm a wholesaler, that I'm helping thousands of wholesalers in the market. They want to help you with your repair estimates. Call them. It's free, but stop lying about how much the repairs are going to be. Number 8, I've been in the business for years. If you're new, be new. You know what? One of the things that I can tell you as a coach, as a mentor, I respect honesty. I respect it when somebody comes to tell me that they don't know what they're doing. They need help, that they're new, they're green, they are just wanting to learn. It feels good as somebody who knows something when I have knowledge that I can impart to another human being. And I'm happily and gladly sharing that. But what I don't want to do is have to check you on a lie. So if you're brand new, tell them you're brand new. This is your first deal. How many real estate agents have I talked to before and pretended to be brand new only to find out that they're even more helpful when I tell them I'm new? So why would I want to pretend like I'm this seasoned person when somebody could even be more helpful for me if I tell them that I'm brand new? Why don't you try it? Try it. The next time that somebody asks how long you've been doing this, give it a shot. You know what? I just got started in this. I'm brand new. And I would really love your mentorship. I would really love your help. See how that plays. Number 9, I will list this property with you once I flip the house. Friends, when you talk to a real estate agent and you promise them something that you can't deliver, it's the worst. It's the worst break of trust. It's the worst lie that you can tell somebody of future business. It's the worst carrot that you can dangle. Why not just honestly say, I'm not going to be able to give you this listing because I'm very likely going to exit this property before we flip the house. So how about this? How about I work out another arrangement with you that makes this make sense for you to do the deal with me? Truly, I don't want to give somebody a false hope, a false promise, or a hope certificate. And you shouldn't either. You should really think about the fact that what if it was you? What if it was you that was the agent that brought somebody a deal and you were promised a listing that never materialized? Would you give that person another deal? Would you give that person another address? Would you give that person another home? Then why even do agent outreach? Why even talk to real estate agents? Why even try to form relationships when you're basing them on fiction? Those relationships don't last. They don't work. It hasn't worked in your marriage. It hasn't worked in your friendships, and it's definitely not going to work with your real estate agent. So stop freaking lying. Just tell the truth. How's that? Number 10, the lie that you're telling yourself. And friends, there are lots of lies that you're telling yourself. Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't need to learn how to comp. Oh, I'm just going to shoot my shot in the dark. Oh, I can sell this house in a heartbeat. Oh, I deserve $150,000 as an assignment fee. When we tell ourselves lies, we don't do anyone, especially ourselves, any justice. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your skills. Be honest with people that you're talking to. If you're brand new, be brand new. If you need help, get help. If you need money, find it. If you need mentorship, find them. But stop with the fiction. If we all as a community decided that we were going to stop these 10 lies, I don't think we would have so many regulations coming down after us. I don't think we would have state after state after state wanting to ban us. Why do you think we are being banned? We're being banned because of the BS. So it's up to us. Do we want to keep telling the lies or do we want to stop? It's up to you. Friends, if you found any value from this, if you've been telling the lies and you want to stop, or if you've been a victim of the lies and you can't believe that we've been getting away with it for so long, leave me a comment. Share this with a fix and flipper. Share this with somebody that you know that has been a victim of the BS that wholesalers can spew out there. And be better. This business deserves good people to do good business so that we can keep it going for decades and generations to come. I changed my life wholesaling, and I want to see you change yours as well. But it's not going to happen on a bunch of bull. Friends, I'm Jamil Damji. If you like this video, like it, leave me a comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and share this with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. You lying ass.